Hey everybody, let me talk in this video about condition statement. When we say condition statement, that means hey, I have a block of code and I want this block of code to run only on a specific condition. So think about you have number of line of code. Like let me just open the draw tool, hopefully. And I say, let me think this is code. Like think about the number of line of code. So you want this block of code will run only on a specific condition. You said if, you will write in programming if this condition is true, have the condition to be true, so this block of code will run. Otherwise, this block of code will not run. So what do you mean by that? If you go back to find age app, if you remember the application will run step by step. First of all, he will import data time, then find enter data birth, get current year, find age, then print age. So you cannot like pass one step and it executed. Have to be executed step by step, and this is what we learned. So think about you want to just modify this application. So when someone enters date of birth, you will tell him if it's more than 18 years, you will tell him you are adult. Otherwise, you tell him hey, you are still like whatever children, you start in high school, you whatever. So to get started, I will just create a new file, Python file, and I will name it condition simple, and I want to get all these data that I have it already and copy it and paste it here in the condition. So now you say okay, I want this code to run only on a specific condition. I don't want this code to run always. I want to print his age only if he are greater than 18 or he is greater than 18. So you say here, you say if the age greater than or equal 18, do whatever you want. The condition statement you could write it in Python this way. You write if, you open a bracket, how many conditions you have them, like a greater than, a less than, whatever, anything you have it. Then you close the bracket, then you add this semicolon. One additional thing you have to know is this application will never run. If you see, he say, hey, expect error. And if you try to run it, he will give you debugging error. This is the important part that I want to discuss with you in this video also. Android is spacing language, so it is not use a bracket, open a bracket and close a bracket. It uses spacing. So if I want to say this code is related to this one, they have not start from this, they could not start from same place. This one have to have some places like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. I prefer using tab, click tab. So that's mean, hey, just organize your code. That's mean, hey, this code is related to this one. So if you try to add another, for example, another line of code. Oh, sorry. You just click enter. You say, hey, now I have 2 lines of code related to the block. If I just click this if and I say, hey, this if will not start here, will start from here. What do you mean by that? You mean, hey, this both of these, like the first one and the second one, this one and this one are related to this if statement. But because this one and this one, they start from same point, so they are not related. So he have to execute this block or not, then he will run this line. So let me go first simple and try to use only the one condition. So I say if his age, your age is, and you are adult, whatever. Okay. And if I try to run the application and ask user to enter 2016, he will not see anything. Why? If I just try to add here the breakpoint and try to run debug it, and I say I enter again 2015, click enter. When he reaches this step, he moves to the next step. You see the age is 2 years. Is 2 greater than 18? No. So he will not run this block. He will go next directory. Okay. Otherwise, while if you just debug it again and you select like 1990, he be here. How old he is? 27. 27 greater than or equal 18? Yes, greater than or equal 18. That is mean this block will run. So see, he ran it. So one thing you have to note in the condition statement, only the block of code that related to the condition will run if this result be true. otherwise it will not run. So think about, you need to do another if statement. So you will go back, you start from same first if statement. You say if, okay, the age you want to catch the people who are ages less than 18, then you add this one, then you go down. If you see, you just print this line, same code, and you say you are not adult, whatever. So now what is going on, he will reach this point. If it's greater than 18, he will print this message. If he less than 18, he print this message. So you could use more than if statement. That's totally okay. Now if I run it again and I enter it to 1990, he will say you are adult because he reached this point. If I just rerun it again and I enter it 2015, he will say you are not adult. So see, the idea now, we was able to run either first code or a second code. We either want to run this one or we want to run this one. We make them like follow a specific condition. If the condition be true, they will run. Otherwise, they will not run. If you want just for tracking, you say, okay, print app is done. Okay, and you want to see what is going on by debugging. So if I just debug it, click here, debug. Let me suppose I'm entering 1992. Click enter. Now how much the age? 25. Is 25 greater than 18? Yes. He will go and run this block and he will show you in the output. See, your age is 27. Then if I just click, now again he will went to the next line because they are starting from same place. This one is not part from this one. This one starts from same place. So now is 25 less than 18 greater than 25? No. So if the condition false, he will not run the block. So he will not run it. He will go to this other line. So if you see, the main point here you have them is this if, then like the main checking, this if, this print. If this one is true, he will run the code. If it's not true, he will not run the code. So you see, then if you go here, you see app is done. So he always print app is done. If you just try to debug it again and try to see what's going on, if I say 2015, just go down. How old he is? 2 years. Is 2 years greater than 18? No. So if it's no, he will not run this code. He will go and check the another condition. Is 2 less than 18? Yes, he will run this code. Then he always go to the next step. I just want to show you like how the structure of the condition works. So if the condition is correct, he will run the block. If the condition is not correct, he will run the block, and he will not run the block. And that's exactly what I want to share with you in this video. If you see, like, this code will always be run because just normal line of code and is not related to any block. If I said this one will be, you cannot do it in this way. If you see, you have problem here because this one will not understand if they are both related or not. So you have to make sure they are starting from same point. So if this one start here, this one start here. You cannot do it also in this way. This is also wrong. So you have to make sure the content they start from a same point. Now think about, you want to run the code again. Before you was seeing app is done for both time, but now we will not, because if I enter the age now, let me just use this way, debugging. If I enter 2000 or 1993, he will came here, he will check if the age greater than 18. Yes, he will print it. Now is the age less than 18? No. So he will not run anything from the block. In the block now we have 2, so he will not run any of them. So if you see, he will not run. You see the output, you did not see anything, app is done. While if I just try to rerun the app again, redebug it, and I say, hey, the age I have is 2015, and go down, is the age 2? Is the 2 greater than 18? No, he will not run the block. Is the age less than 18? Yes, so he will run both of these lines. If you see the output, first of all, he print the age, then he print app is done. So I hope in this 9 minutes or in this 10 minutes you try to to able to make you understand how the block condition is working. Just to summarize my work, if you see, whenever you have condition, the content of that condition have to start from same line. If you see them both, they are starting from same line. This one also, the content of it start from same line for the content. You cannot make them start from same place, the block and the condition. One second thing, if the condition, this one true, he will run the block. I mean the block number of line of code, maybe 10 or 15 or whatever, or one line. But you cannot make it less than one. You have to be at least one. And if the condition true, will run. If the condition here is false, the block of code will not run. And this is exactly what we want to share in this video. Hopefully you understand, and hopefully everything was clear for you. Thank you for watching, and see you next